Dengan pengumuman berhubung kawasan pencarian MH370 oleh Timbalan Perdana Menteri Australia, Truss, langsung dari Canberra.
The effort to find evidence of the missing aircraft covering 4.5 million square kilometres of ocean surface. And we are grateful for the countries who offered and provided assistance to this search over the last 3 to 4 months. The search area has at all times been based on the best information analysis available. It has changed its focus as results have come to hand and the search area has been refined. The search has not yet located any wreckage or trace of MH370. The working group tasked with locating the final resting place of MH370 has been working to identify the area which represents the highest priority for our future search efforts. The latest refinement of the search analysis has involved the efforts and expertise of specialists from around the world. They've performed extremely complex calculations and analysis on satellite communications information which was never really intended to have the capability to track an aircraft. Now that process, which has been going on now for several weeks, is complete. The new priority area is still focused on the same 7th arc in the southern Indian Ocean where the aircraft last communicated with satellite. We're now shifting our attention to an area further south along that arc, broadly in the area where our first search efforts were focused. The area has already been subject to aerial and visual searching for wreckage and debris, but now we will move to an underwater search. Again, I want to reiterate that this area of the sea is very deep. 3 to 5 kilometres is estimated, and it is largely unmapped. The Australian Transport and Safety Bureau is today releasing a report that outlines the basis of the search area and the calculations that have been undertaken, which lead us to the view that the new search area is the most likely place where the aircraft is resting. The aim is to ensure an efficient and effective search effort with the highest chance of a successful outcome. At the same time, we must take a measured approach to what remains a very challenging and complex operation. The new high priority search zone, which you note on the map, is the broader blue area, but the main priority area is the orange area in the centre. The blue area overlaps the previous search area where we've been active, and this is the area now where we think the prospect of locating the aircraft is highest. The Expert Satellite Working Group has reviewed and refined complex analyses of radar and satellite data and aircraft performance data to determine what is the most likely place that the aircraft is located. This priority search area zone, the orange part, is 60,000 square kilometres in area. When you consider that the area searched to date in the underwater search is only 860 square kilometres, you realise that the new search area is indeed a very large one. So it's been no easy task to identify this area, and we again acknowledge the assistance that we received, the cooperation from our international partners. The new phase of the search will have 2 elements. Firstly, there'll be mapping of the sea floor in that area, which is already underway, and a comprehensive search then of the seafloor once this mapping has been completed. The mapping of the ocean floor is currently engaging 2 vessels, the Chinese survey ship CARIAN and an Australian contracted vessel, the Frugo Equator. These are in areas that have been identified by the ATSB. It'll take around 3 months to complete this mapping survey, but that gives crucial information about the nature of the seafloor terrain, which will make it possible to undertake the underwater search. I repeat that this area has never been comprehensively mapped previously, and so to put new equipment down into that area without having a clear knowledge of what the seafloor is like certainly risks the operation and the capacity of that equipment to operate safely. Now, we expect that the underwater search element will commence in August and take about 12 months to complete. In addition, the search effort will include equipment provided by Malaysia, which includes vessels fitted with search equipment, including towed sonar systems, which will be used to search the seafloor. A public request for tender has been issued, seeking a primary contractor to bring together and manage the expertise and the equipment and the vessels which will carry out the search. They will be directed by the Australian Transport Safety Bureau from the Operations Centre in Canberra. Now, can I emphasise again that this search is a major undertaking? We are optimistic that the capacity and the time that's now been available to more carefully scrutinise the information that's been available from the satellite and indeed other information at our disposal, that this site is the best available and most likely place where the aircraft is resting. The search will still be painstaking. Of course, we could be fortunate and find it in the first hour or the first day, but it could take another 12 months. We owe it to the passengers and the crew and everyone who's associated with MH370 to bring this mystery to a conclusion, and I can assure all of the families and those with an interest that Australia remains dedicated to the task of solving this greatest aviation mystery in global history. I have with me Martin Dolan, and between us we'd be happy to try and answer questions. Yes.
Mr. Dolan, could I just ask you, since the whole business began, there's been a massive rumours and speculation that have built a vacuum, I suppose, but also created enormous confusion about this.